But Bean, hey, Bon, take that one away from her, please. Sasha. Jesus. No.
Why is
No.
my purse open? Well, close it, girl.
You don't want the ghost to steal something.
No, it's just like I don't like when my purse is just open. I that's my thing. I'm very on brand. You gonna catch me with my purse everywhere. We'll leave that for a podcast. That's something we can talk about the podcast in the podcast. Right.
Mimosa's in the house, put a drink in my mouth. And today, she just woke up looking like this Miss Melissa Major.
Hi everybody. Nice to see y'all. My name's Melissa Major, one of your favorite spicy Latinas, and I'm just here to let y'all know a little bit about me. Why not?
So, Miss Melissa was actually going to be coming last week on
Oh yeah.
Wednesday, but what ended up happening was Dalaska. Dalaska was a storm that happened here in Dallas, and it basically like made roads unworkable for us because our infrastructure is not meant for snow. But I'm finally happy that you're on the podcast.
Yes. Hey
I honestly thought this
girl.
was never gonna happen.
Girl, well, it's happening. Best believe it.
So Miss Sasha is also here in the background. If
Yes, Miss Sasha Slace is behind the scenes.
I also want to like say that that podcast recording with Miss Sasha happened months ago. So for y'all, it might be the next day, but for us, it's been a hot
Hot minute.
minute.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever really? I never know who's excited for the podcast and who is.
I'm gonna get the conversation rolling here. I was very
Stop
excited.
playing with the mic.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get the conversation rolling here. I was actually very excited for the podcast to come out because I've never seen myself or like a friend like do a podcast, and the fact that I was in the presence of that one happening, it's like, oh yeah, like you kind of have to see it, especially since it's like your friend. Literally, like whenever your video was like streaming live, that one viewer, if you ever popped in there and was seeing who was watching, that was me, girl.
So, did you watch the whole thing?
Oh yeah, I watched it live, and then we watched it the next day at her house. Yeah.
So, sorry, I get easily distracted, and you're just playing with all my dogs, Sasha. It's okay. You can give me a second because we're trying to get in the groove. This is our third time recording this because
Girl.
I cannot get in the mood, but I am in the mood now. Oh my god.
Yes, she's feeling very spicy. Not sponsored by Valentina because this is a Latina episode, by the way, y'all. We're both Latinas.
Oh, you want me to take? I'll take
Take
a
a shot.
shot.
Take a shot. I'm not gonna do it, but she is.
I always think that this kind of looks like a vagina.
Girl. Period. Punto. Final.
Okay, let me like. Fun fact, something fancy, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you have a glass in your hand and you want to set it on a table without making too much noise, put your finger at the bottom part of the glass right here. And then when you cushion it on the table, because you won't be able to see this, you relax the finger onto the table and cushion it into the fall. So this is regularly,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this is with a finger.
Girl.
Something fancy that I learned. But you're looking good, bitch. You look really good.
Thank
I'm loving
you.
this outfit.
Bitch,
You
I'm loving
really,
your outfit.
you're making a robe look sexy.
Girl.
I wasn't sure what to expect because Miss Melissa turns out, even like her first time that I ever saw her perform, which was at S4, the same day that I met Sasha, again, very like, I was very surprised. Like, like very young, dancing. And I was like, oh, like these girls are definitely talented, but they've only been doing it for a year at that time. We're going close to 2 years now, right?
No, actually, y'all, my anniversary for my first year in drag is gonna be actually in the next 2 weeks.
There you
So that's why
go.
like my February look is gonna be kind of like my 1 year anniversary. So yeah. On Valentine's Day we'll be approaching 1 year for drag for me, so
And do you like, so y'all don't come to S4 that often because y'all live in the Fort Worth
no.
area compared to I
Yeah.
live in Dallas?
It's too much like for me and my friend over here, Sasha, to especially just kind of like have to drive out early in time to make sure we secure a spot, make sure like we have to is there so much that goes into it. Like we have to start getting ready as early as like 2 p.m. sometimes,
Oh my
just so we
God.
walk out with time to like literally get to the club.
And
And then
and
it's a
I
process.
thought
Traffic is a thing, yeah.
And I thought my little like getting ready at 6 was really early because I'm
Girl.
only like 20 minutes away, and that's with traffic.
Yeah, it's like it's different when you're like living in the area and living like 40 minutes away. So that's why it's like kind of like a lot for us. And for me especially, fun fact about me, I don't like to drive nowhere most of the time. Like my limit is like a 15-minute car ride. If a place is past 15 minutes, I'm not going to want to drive.
Diva.
Yeah, she drove over here today cuz I didn't want to drive.
You need a drag husband.
Huh?
A drag husband?
Girl.
Is your like assistant?
In a way, yeah, but we're like each other's assistants in a way, cause like vice versa. Whenever she needs help with a look, like
How did
making
you
sure something looks right, yeah.
when y'all went to S4 for the first time and y'all were separated? How did y'all feel about that?
Honestly, can I answer first?
I mean,
Okay,
you're already
yeah,
here.
girl. Well, my thing like about doing S4 together was like, especially whenever we were separated. In a way, it was good because we both got each to showcase, like, you know, in a separate group and be a standout possibly in our group, which I'm not saying that which I'm not saying that we were, but we were. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cuz we really went hard. Like a lot of the girls, like Sasha said on the podcast, like that aired with her, a lot of the girls were really on the same level, and that kind of just I feel like that's what pushed me to like want to do the best I can, especially because it was my first time too, how it was your first time ever performing. And you know how you were saying like I could do like I look like I was a dancer and all that, girl, lo and behold, that was my first time performing.
The same thing, because I haven't seen you perform since that day, right? But I will say this one thing: slow down, because you look hot. Feel how sexy you feel. Don't work so much. Don't move around so much, right? Do what you want to do like you always do, but take your time, especially on the floor. Girl, you're on the floor. Lift that leg up and do it slowly. Show them some pussy, you know? You don't have to go just go like, ooh, ah. That's why I'm saying, like, you're good. Like, I was really surprised. I was like, whoa, like, when I first saw you, both of you, I was like, well, these girls are really good. You know, it's not just the dancing. It was just y'all were put together. Y'all looked like you knew what you were doing. Y'all had a vision board and followed it.
Yeah, it's very like that. Like for us, it's very, very much we like to plan what we're gonna do for drag. Like literally, we talk about this all the time. Me and Sasha behind the scenes, like we just look at inspo pictures and go from there. Like you know what I mean? And we kind of just always like to take our take into drag in a way because we don't want to just be copying like another drag queen because that's never cute. Like you know what I mean? You always have to be like original in yourself in a way.
I think, like, how come I make all my outfits, you know?
Hmm.
I don't, I'm just copying myself back to back to back to back. Cause, like, I have a silhouette that works for me.
Yeah, and once you have something that works for you, it's like, why not follow it?
So what kind of like drag do you think you do? Like what's your let's start with your aesthetic. Like what do you think you give?
Okay, so I feel like what Melissa gives on the stage is very much, obviously, besides the fact that she's Latina and spicy, I feel like she's giving hair. That's something that Melissa always gives is hair. I feel like she's always giving face. Melissa's very about the face as well. And I feel like my type of dancing style for drag, it's more of like I'm not a bucking queen. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Like, if y'all think y'all are gonna get a split death drop every 2 seconds out of me, y'all aren't gonna get that. Y'all are gonna get a cute little like kitten
It's
walk like that, like a duck walk,
it's
little
not
hair flip, but not
it's not that
really that.
minimum. She does do a really good job. You don't split like that or anything, but
Oh
it
no,
it
that
is
I leave all that to Sasha. Yeah, Sasha likes to twirl and motherfucking swirl. I'm more of like subdued, but I always like to add a little bit of that into it. But basically, a mix of sexy and dancer is what I would describe me in a way.
do you like are you like into acting or do you just really like to perform?
I actually took one acting like course in high school. Her name was Miss Payton, bless her heart. That lady was so sweet. And I really enjoyed being in that class because like at that point I had already known about dragon that I wanted to do it in the future. We'll get to that conversation later. Like I literally predetermined this for myself. But like whenever I was in that class, I was like, I want to take this class because I know if I want to be on Drag Race, acting is something you need to be good at. So why not get my little training in right now? And the teacher said I was like a born natural. Like she was surprised at how fast I could pick up lines, how fast I could snap into character and out. Like, girl, like
See, I'm one of those people. I don't think that like doing things is particularly hard or anything like that. I don't like believe that like it's just like some people just can't get their like they can't vibe, and they're like, oh, like I don't know. I like
Some things aren't just for everybody in a way.
kind of.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to like be like I worked really hard because things is everything comes easy to me.
Yeah.
Sewing came easy to me. Well, granted, I am fourth generation sewer. Like I'm a fourth generation like dressmaker and seamstress. So I guess maybe it runs in the family. Maybe. So like let's talk about being mexicana
We love
y
that subject.
mexicana y jota.
Saludos a todos mis jotos y jotas out there que
Y
son
putas
latinas y
también.
putas. Si no eres puta, no disfrutas, baby.
Si no eres puta, no
No disfruta. Ya
disfrutas.
tú sabes.
So, how is being Mexican and doing drag like to the world? Like, do you think that there's really do you think it's harder, easier, or do you think it really changes anything?
I think it definitely is harder because I'm a person of color. And obviously, growing up in such a machismo culture,
Mm-hmm.
it's very kind of like if you're gay, like you will literally like get disowned for it, like by your parents. I have friends who have gotten disowned for that, and it's so sad to just hear that. So I'm happy in a way that that hasn't happened to me, but like it's just really hard growing up because I grew up with two very conservative parents. They're still very conservative until now. Like, girl, like y'all, I'm talking about like my parents don't even know that I do drag type thing.
Oh, okay.
Like they don't know I do drag. Like my mom literally just got over the fact that I do makeup like
On yourself?
on myself. Like she got over the fact that I do makeup like as a boy on myself. Like she sees me go out in it all the time, leave the house. She just got over me wearing makeup like 4 or 5 months ago.
Are your
And
parents still together?
my parents have been together their whole life. Their whole life.
Work.
Yeah, my
I guess
mom
they're
and
following
dad.
their own rules.
Yeah, my mom and dad are very old school Latino parents, very traditional, you know what I mean? I still love them and all that cuz they're my parents obviously, but my upbringing it was very hard and it's still very hard to this day.
Do you like think you're ever gonna come out, or do you like as a drag queen, or do you think you're just gonna like leave it as a little secret for everybody else?
I'm gonna definitely I want to come out to my parents and tell them who Melissa is. Like, cause I came out to my mom already about me being gay. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
me liking makeup, being want to be like a cute little boy or whatever. I already came out to my mom, but my dad has no idea that I'm even gay. Like, just as a boy, like this whole,
He don't know. He can't tell.
huh?
He can't tell.
Honestly, girl, you'd be surprised. I'm telling you, those acting classes came in handy because I know how to flip a motherfucking switch, honey.
Oh my god.
Like I'm literally when I'm around my dad, you see how I'm like so like right now around my dad, and my dad would walk through the door right now and ask me a question. I'd be like, "¿Qué pasó?"
I would be like, ¿qué?
And I'll be like, "¿Qué pasó?" Like try to deepen my voice a little bit type thing, cause like it's very hard in my household, but like to sum up your question, like if I'm ever
So
gonna
you
get
don't
out.
have any girly stuff in your room or anything like that?
The only girly stuff that's in my room, y'all, is literally my makeup, and that's literally like bedside next to me. Like
Tucked
all my
away.
all, huh?
Tucked away.
No, it's literally out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's out because my mom's over it. My dad never goes in my room, so I'm good. But like my feminine clothes and all that, that's just in my regular like clothes at home. But like as far as like Melissa stuff, most of it is at my brother's place because he stays here in Dallas, and some of it is at Sasha. Like most of my hair is at Sasha's house.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sasha coming through.
Yeah, like
Miss Underground Railroad.
if it wasn't for my bestie, like y'all, I'm telling y'all, like I'd be kind of
That's why
lost for
y'all are
words.
so close.
She kind of like made me feel like I always have someone there for me. Like, you know what I mean? Even though my parents are, it's just kind of like hard when it's like, when it's stuff like this, my parents aren't gonna like
Understand.
understand
Appreciate.
or put their hand out there for me, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I get it. Well, I don't get it. I understand because, like, obviously, like, if you think that like it's common for like parents to be okay with you like not being like the norm, then you're like living in like a different timeline. Please invite me
For
because
sure.
that sounds like a nice place to
That
be.
sounds like a nice place. I would love parents that don't care. Like,
But
I would want parents that just be like, live your life.
but like even my mom who like has always been around queer people, my grandparents have also been around queer people. Like my My everybody in my family, like my grandma, my grandpa, my uncles and aunts, right? Like my mom's siblings, they don't care. Now
Mhm.
the relatives, like my grandma's, like my great aunts and like the rest of the family, they don't say shit to me because la más cabrona siempre va a ser yo. Like they can't tell me shit.
Period.
And they also the other thing too is like they're very gossipy. Like my family is very
Oh
much like,
yeah.
el chisme, el gossip, and all that kind of stuff.
Latinos are very like that, y'all. My mom is on the phone 24/7, always talking about what's going on, like in their little ranchos in Mexico, like just saying what Maria said, que dijo la Maria, que dijo la Juana, or que dijo Cecilia, like type stuff like that.
And you'd be like, who are these people?
Yeah, like my mom. Well, I know a lot of my mom's friends because when I used to be little, she used to take me to Mexico, so I know a lot of the people she's talking to. Like, you know what I mean? Because they know me, because they just see me on the street and they're like, "Oh, that's her kid." So yeah,
So
but Mexican moms are very, very, very chismosas, y'all.
my whole thing is this: my great grandma, where she's like the first generation of seamstress, right? She doesn't care. Like not one bit. Like does she care like what I do? She knows that I'm gay, or she knows that I was gay. She doesn't know that I'm a trans woman yet, right? But like I'm not trying to announce that. Like that's not my problem. Like I'm 28 years old. Like I'm basically 30. I do not care what other people say about me. It's taking me 8 years to get like this kind of situation, so it doesn't happen like overnight or anything like that. But like my whole thing is like when my great grandmother doesn't care, why do my aunts, her daughters, care? You know?
Out of their own insecurities. Mhm.
But that's how I feel. The other thing too is like I'm so tired of like, do you think this kid's gay? Like when you have like a younger person in your family,
Literally, like, why
and
do
then
you
they ask
care?
you, and I'm like, girl, I don't know because like boys can be feminine and they don't have to be gay.
Yeah, literally, like there's people in there that literally are pansexual, go or pansexual, queer, non-binary. Like, you know what I mean? There's just people, they're gonna live their life how they want to live it, and people have to understand that there's more than just being either straight or gay. Like, you know what I mean?
Or like, what's the whole conversation over? Like, why, when they're children, why are you trying to out them?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
Like,
why are you trying to out anybody?
that shouldn't be no one's business to talk about outing people because that was my experience once with my dad, and we're not gonna get into that because that is a very, very deep subject for me, but. It from being outed like at a very young age and my dad just telling me like I can't be like that kind of scared me to be like that in the future. So ever since then, like cuz he told me no vas a ser así blah blah blah. Like, you know what I mean? So I ever since then I've been traumatized. So
I
but
never.
like it's very bad, y'all.
So like one of my cousins, everybody keeps on talking about him, right? And I'm just like, I don't understand why people can't keep gay people out of their mouths.
Yeah, like why do you care so much especially when it's like
He's not even. He's still like a teenager, I think, or a
literally,
child. I
like,
don't
why
know.
do
I
you
don't keep
care? Let that child live. Like, it's so sad that, especially a lot of the people that have a lot to say are typically the conservatives, the straight people that care so much what a gay person's doing with their life, and it makes me question, like, why do you care so much if you don't like gay people?
because like this cousin that I'm talking
Mm.
about, he's sweet, he's kind, he's helpful, he's not like a brat or anything like that. And I'm just like, oh, let's just gloss over all of the positives and let's just talk about the one thing that matters. Where does he want to put his mouth on? Like, why does that matter?
Yeah, like literally, that is the least thing you should be worried about. Like, be worried about what he's gonna do for his future. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's gonna be upcoming for his life, not like what his preference is. Like, you know what I mean?
Like high school's
Like,
gonna be
it's
coming up
corny.
soon. Why do you care? You know.
hmm
With that being said, though, let's get into like positive vibes.
Yes, girl, we've been
Positive
too serious for
vibes.
a while.
Way too serious. So when you come back to S4,
Honestly, y'all probably won't see me at S4 for a while, cause like whenever we were reshooting earlier in the previous cup, I'll say it again. It's just a lot to come down here all the time because it is literally like a 40-50 minute drive for me and Sasha every time. And just to having to get ready just to make sure I'm out the door at a certain time to get over here, have time to sign. It's just too much, y'all.
I
Like
really want to
too
say
much.
every other Texan who watches this podcast should be like 40 minutes. 40 minutes. That's nothing.
That's a lot whenever you're doing what we're doing. Like we're literally
It
putting a
is.
whole different persona on. Like, you know what I mean? Like literally my makeup takes me like 2.5 hours to do.
Yeah, that's a long time, girl.
I mean, but you get I think like three
When
on
did you
Drag Race.
have you like done any touch ups to it today?
No, not at all. Really,
It looks
still,
good.
this is all just one go. Like the lipstick's still on there, even though it feels a little bit dry. Not even gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, no touch ups really. Little chapped, yeah, feeling a little chapped. Can you pass me that my Sprite, by the way?
Oh,
My lips have been feeling a little chapped, y'all.
I don't
I
have a
was just waiting for
straw.
the moment to say it. It's fine. We're gonna take a little Sprite break, y'all. Hold on, we're gonna do SMR. ASMR. My bad, y'all.
We picked it up. I swear to God, these
Yeah,
mics
these mics,
pick
y'all.
everything up but the things you want them to pick up.
Like they're giving us a little bit of trouble, but we're working with it.
Come on, Bean. Bean.
Oh shit.
You gonna lay down?
He gonna need to after that.
She'll get her life together eventually. She's over here now.
Okay, you're blocking her though.
They're always so big. She's a little crackhead. Bean, come over here. If you're gonna be, oh no 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 no, go on, Bon. Get comfy, girl. That's right. Oh yes. Who's a good girl? Girl,
Girl,
people are gonna be like, why are they taking so long to
yeah, we're
talk?
podcasting, girl.
No. Hey, get away from those treats. Anyway,
Damn. Mm.
you didn't have to show me that.
Yeah, you did your dog dirty, girl.
That poor dog.
That poor dog. Damn. Stop. Leave
What
Daisy
is up
alone.
with people and little dogs? They are not happy to be alive.
Girl, I want a Frenchie, like so
A
bad.
French poodle?
No, a Frenchie, like a French bulldog.
French bulldog. You know those poor dogs suffer their whole life, right?
Yeah.
They can't breathe. Pugs and I'm sorry, th- they have so many problems. Actually, dogs in general have a lot of problems. Like purebred dogs get cancers easily and stuff like that. So, all my dogs are mixed,
Mm-hmm.
interracial, whatever. Anyway,
They
before I
got a
get
little bit of two things in there at least together.
oh well,
Yeah.
my dogs are both purebred of one of the other. So like my white dog is a northern snow dog. So think of huskies, like those like snowy dogs, and he's half Great Pyrenees, and then this one right here is half Turkish Australian and half Australian. No, sorry, part Turkey Shepherd, Turkey Shepherd, and Australian. You know what? This isn't working. This is God
Yeah,
telling me
let's
not to
just
talk about this. Anyway, girl, tell me what's going on. How you feeling today? Tell me how you feeling today. It's been a hot
girl,
minute.
tired. Like we'll get to that. Tired, girl. Like literally today, girl.
She cannot stop playing with that
I'm
mic.
sorry, yeah. No, but no, but girl. Anyways,
You come sit over here, Sasha.
at this point,
At the-
at this point, no, but literally just like getting up today, I just knew it was gonna be a long day. Like I started getting ready way late of schedule, way late. We ended up finishing later than what we needed to. Like we were just late to everything. Like just to get to this podcast, y'all, took us like almost an hour because there were so many wrong turns that Sasha was
so
doing.
Sasha can't drive.
No. Well, she can drive, but sometimes whenever you like I blame it on both of us because she gets distracted very easily. Like if I start talking to her, she will forget that there's a map in front of her face. Like we missed like 3 exits on our way over here. So it's just been a lot.
I cannot relate to that. I'm a great driver. I can multitask while I drive. I'm like, are you okay? You're shaking a lot,
Oh
girl.
no, I just do that.
It's same here. It's still in the closet leg.
Mhm.
Just nervous to be about.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. So I don't know what we talked about or what I haven't talked about because it has been like 3 redos for the first episode. And we're at 24 minutes. So that means at 30, we're going to take a quick break. So let's just like chit chat and talk a little bit. And then when we come back from that break, we'll, get into some of these questions, right?
Hmm.
But I am loving your makeup. If you can tell, I am very already shiny because I have like super oily skin. But you look matte. Like you look
Oh, girl.
good.
I put on a lot of powder on my face, y'all. Like when I tell y'all, like anywhere I get in drag, it looks like snow everywhere. It looks like snow everywhere. Try to snort up.
I'd be like,
Yeah, yeah, like literally, like I be packing on that powder. I be feeling like that one girl off of Princess and the Frog that was like this with the little powder puff.
Princess and the Frog. Oh,
Princess and the
yes, yes, yes.
Frog, and she just with the little powder
Mhm.
puff puffing on that powder. That's how I be, y'all. Like for real.
So tell me about this wardrobe.
This is actually something that is bought from somebody else. This
Girl, say her name. That's the whole point of why I asked you.
I was getting to that. Yeah, but this is something that's bought from somebody else, and that somebody else is one of my drag like idols, one of the people I inspired a lot of Melissa, which is Dahlia Sin from season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Yes, this is originally from her drag closet, this eye mask and this little Bratz robe. Says Bratz right there if y'all can't see.
Did she do like an event or something? Or like where how'd you get it? How'd you get your hands on this? Wait. How did you get your hands on this item? This I can't say it. Give me a second. I'm gonna say it right. I'm gonna say it right. How did you get your hands on this work of art? This
Um
historical item.
this item from Drag Race. Yeah. Literally, I don't know if y'all keep up with like queens like how I do, like especially with my favorite ones. Like
Oh, she knows her queens.
I know my queens, yeah.
Ayana couldn't hear her on the first podcast, but she knows her queens.
Mm-hmm. Literally, like my since we're on the topic of like our favorite drag queens, my favorite drag queens are literally my idol. Literally inspired everything. Like even like for me to come out as a person, just be myself was Aja. Aja is
Mm-hmm.
by far my favorite person in the whole world. Like bless that woman's heart. Love her and bless her for making like all these having all these beautiful daughters because literally like I feel like I'm a mix of all of them in a way, but still being
Unique.
unique to myself. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, I get a lot of inspiration from the House of Aja. So, to sum it up, my favorite girls are Aja, Candy Muse, Dahlia Sin, and Janelle number 5. Those were the original House of Aja girls, along with Momo Shade, but I don't think she does
You
drag
better
anymore.
learn how to Vogue if you're gonna wanna be.
Oh, girl, I need to learn how to dance. I'm definitely gonna take some lessons from Miss Sasha over here, and then one from my drag sister. Yeah, her
Who's your
she's a
drag
dance.
sister?
Her name's Catalina.
I love that name.
Yeah, like she literally is a dancer the house down. Like she's like my sister.
Is
I
she a
call her my
Fort Worth
sister.
queen?
She's actually like a Dallas. She was doing Midland for a while, like Lubbock for a while, like Club Luxor. But you could say just like I would just say Texas Queen.
Texas queen?
Yeah.
Has she done any pageants or anything like that, or is she just a club queen?
I Well,
It's
she's like a club queen, but
I mean, aren't we all?
yeah, we're all club queens, yeah. So, her, I would say she's more into the club scene from my eyes, but I wouldn't put it past her if she ever did like a pageant.
Do you want to do a pageant?
I don't know, cause just being in drag, I like to get to the point of everything and just like get out of it. So I don't think I could just go through like
A whole
a
day.
whole like thing of like especially pageants sometimes they're split like by days. Like I
Mm.
can't like be getting in drag back to back to back to back. Like the only time I'll ever like do back to back to back is if I'm ever like I said y'all on Drag Race. Cuz that's like the ultimate goal in my drag
But
like to
the
be
other
on
thing too
there.
is like you're not doing drag like every single day.
Oh
It's like
no.
every like 2 to 3 days where you have to actually put makeup on.
No, I don't put makeup on until the day that I literally have to shoot something for drag. Like, cause I'm very much branded my name behind more on to the social media thing than onto the
Mm-hmm.
performance part because if you're keeping up with me, you know I'm very consistent on my Instagram. I'm very active on all my social medias. I just like to always put myself out there because I want to really brand my name and push it. So like that way, like my ultimate goal is to be on Drag Race. I just really want to push my brand.
I really do like that about you, that you are on Instagram, because I'm not always online posting, but I am always like looking at things online. I am, I guess, in a way, a social media queen because I do podcasting. Like today,
Oh
this is
yeah.
my drag. Like my drag is a podcasting, but I do perform because also I do want to get on Drag Race
Mhm.
and I do want to have that background because we all know the girls who don't perform, they don't last very long in drag. Like
Mhm.
for some of the girls who have gone to Drag Race, the first time they've ever performed, like actually outside of their house,
Was that Drag Race?
was at Drag Race, and
No.
those girls don't last. I'm very strategic when it comes to like my drag. I don't just do what I like to do. I do things that like, oh, like for example, this dress. I had a gadia. I knew people love ruffles. People love this like ruffle vibe. So I knew that if I made it, people would like it. And it is one of my I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram, but it got the most likes out of all of my pictures. So A, it means I'm doing a better job. And
Mhm.
B,
Yeah,
my little
girl.
dress turned out.
I remember when I saw those pictures, I literally lived. I was all like, "Yes,
I was so
this is
mad
get." I was like,
when
"This
I
is
was taking
giving."
those pictures. I was upset.
Oh, girl,
I
weren't
was
we all?
go to my Instagram. Mimosa was taken, and that was
Brand.
it was like negative degrees that day outside, and this thing like I was like, let me put some tights on to make me feel better. No, I was still so
It was
cold
still so cold.
in heels
Mhm.
in snow.
If it's one thing I will say from my end, I don't know if it's like this for another drag queen, but it's like in your regular everyday life, you won't take like things so seriously. But it's like when you know you're gonna be in your drag, you become like bitchy in a way. Cause like literally, like whenever I'm getting ready for drag, like the slightest little thing will piss me off. Like
Oh
for real, the
yes,
slightest little thing.
yes.
I'm
Like if
very,
you
very
can't find an
serious.
eyeliner, like somebody is gonna die.
Yeah, like it's just that's why I'm telling you, like drag is really a job, y'all. Like you're always feeling like you're pressed with time. You have to have stuff done right. Like you know what I mean? If you mess up something, can I cuss on here?
I said fuck like four
Yeah,
times.
like if you literally like if
Girl,
you
don't tell me I told you all the rules at the beginning of the podcast and you forgot.
girl, stop because I just been talking, so I tend to zone out. But like literally like me, I always have like the most bitchiest mood when I'm in drag. It was like that today, but we're not gonna talk about that because we're past that. But it is a lot. So if people don't think drag is a full-time job, it really is. You're always under pressure, literally.
So I have two things to say. When it comes to like drag right, I'm very low energy until I get on stage. And after I get on stage, I'm like, okay, I did it. I did my thing. I can actually enjoy the rest of the night. But the other thing too is a couple of like months ago, I posted on TikTok like how I'm broke, right? And how I don't have anything to eat. But I pulled out my Mexican food out and I made sopa, like arroz con, meatballs and everything like that, rice and meatballs. And it's basically just like a Mexican soup, right? Like we
Hmm.
just throw shit together and say it's sopa. And I posted about it, and one of my like close friends was like, it's called a job, or he just said job. And I'm like, I have a job. It's called this, and it's called being a drag queen. I may not make a lot of money doing it, and all of it goes back to drag, but like it is a job. And I feel that like
Hmm.
you wouldn't say that to an artist. You wouldn't say that to a painter. You wouldn't say that to like
So why say it to
a
anybody?
performer
Yeah, a
like that.
performer.
It's like
Drag is a job.
drag is a job and we work really hard for very little payout kind of situation.
Hmm.
Even if like I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want like certain like I'm just not gonna say it.
Yeah, drag goes spends a lot of your money, y'all. Like literally, I literally fund for my drag through the money I make for my job. Literally, it's expensive.
It is expensive. I will actually I will say this. Drag isn't expensive for me because I make all my stuff at home. I can turn a shitty wig into a good wig. So like for me, I can buy like cheap products and get really good results out of it. Like this wig only cost me like $15.
Slay.
But I styled it. And then, well, kind of styled it. I gave it some waves and called it a day. Most of my wigs aren't like this.
Hmm.
I don't do the Barbie wig is what I call them when they're like kind of like flat. I usually have like a lot of not a lot of volume, but volume in my hair. So
Hmm.
this is kind of new to me. I feel really pussy. Like I'm a woman.
Earlier, Sasha was saying she was giving Lindsay Lohan.
Oh yeah, very much, very
Girl, it
much.
is. I'm literally seeing it.
I don't see it, but I what I do see is this though. I am getting Lindsay Lohan from like that scary movie that she did, that parody movie. Who was she in that movie with? Charlie Sheen.
I think. I
Y'all
don't
probably
know.
too young. Y'all were
Yeah.
probably. I believe so. Or like parent like yeah, like one of those like funny like parody scary movies. But we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
So don't go anywhere.
Hey guys, it's your homegirl Mimosa taking a quick break from the pod to remind you that you can watch us perform live at the Rose Room, a beautiful stage located inside Station 4, the best club in Dallas, Texas. Also, you can follow me at Mimosa Was Taken, that's Mimosa Was Taken, on any platform, and follow my guest, Miss Melissa Major, on Instagram at Ulysses Baby, that's ULISISBABY. Thank you and enjoy the show. So we're back with a better
Girl, better
ambiance.
lighting. We're giving you now like the pink fantasy. So you can see
Ooh.
all this little glitter, all this good. Because honestly, the lighting was throwing us off a little bit. It made me feel a little like orange, did it not?
Mm-hmm.
How did
Mm-hmm.
you, it made you feel like a little bit like,
I don't
I
know.
look
It just
too
like normally
off.
I have it dim in here like this. Like I have the lights set up the way I like the lights to be set up, and then I dim out my actual like living room lights to give it like more of like a vibe, a chill vibe. Cause like we're not professionals.
Literally, we are doing
Y'all are
this.
lucky we're in drag.
Girl, we're literally doing this in a way that only Mimosa would know because she set it up, but we're doing this like
Girl, what are you trying to say? Use your words.
we're using it very low production. Very low
Low
production.
production. What are you talking about? These bags are like $100 each.
No, like we're not doing like with producers like different
Oh,
angles.
I
Like,
thought she was coming from my
oh no,
$100
we're
mics.
doing this like DIY home style, basically, not like studio. Even though the first session was at a studio, but
The first station was at a studio. I'm now in my living room. I do have a work room where I'm trying to wait until I get like the proper shit so I can have a permanent studio in there because I'm trying to green background thing and everything. That way I can take pictures here, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, no, I am not trying to be paying somebody like
oh
$100 to $200 for
yeah, for
shit.
sure.
Like my
And
iPhone takes great pictures and it's just drag. I don't. Ooh, let me like. There we go.
me not wanting to show. Can you look away from the camera real quick? You want to see my lace? We're not gonna show the people.
It did look. I wasn't gonna say anything about it earlier,
Don't.
but
I'll
it's working hard,
It's
Mama.
working
It's
hard,
working
and all that you
hard.
need to know, to whoever's watching this, to the people that who will be watching this, just know that after this wear, she's definitely getting a wash, right, Sasha? She's been needing a wash. She is overdue. The last time I wore this wig before today, girl, was literally July,
Mm.
and I didn't wash it then, and the lace is still dirty from that day.
Oh, see.
So,
I don't ever put like I don't ever actually use lace. I always like just like take it out kind of situation. But I do need to get into the lace gig, right? Because something that I really wanted to do was so like I have this orange wig that I always wear. I want to put this hair on, lace it down, and then you know I'm gonna reveal it. So basically, I'm gonna go out there in an old dress and an old wig that everyone's seen to the same song, and then go out there and then like maybe 20 minutes into the song have it like glitch and be like, oh, so y'all thought I was the same ordeal? Mama. And then reveal into a new dress and a new wig and be like,
like
Mimosa
it,
2.0.
it's gonna be her whole gag worthy moment type
And
thing.
I'll do it one time and
And one
never
time and
again.
never again. Yeah, let it be like an iconic performance. But like that's something that you know what I mean. You want to keep to your like
So, only by the time this is
self.
posted,
Oh yeah, for sure. Probably by then you'll have done it. Yeah.
that's even if I do it.
That's even if yeah, because whenever you're thinking of something really big, you want to make sure you do it at the right moment, not just any day.
Even when it comes to posting.
Oh girl.
I just want to like I'd be like 4 o'clock in the morning, like, oh, let me post something. I'd be like, oh, I need to wait until at least 6 or 7 before I post anything.
Yeah, because no one's active on social media. I'm very like that. I am very consistent to see when my followers are the most active. That way my drag looks get more, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interaction.
One of the other things too is I have
Social
to
media
like
tip.
when it comes to like posting, when you post on Instagram, you can put like on TikTok, it doesn't matter when you post.
Mhm.
You can post on TikTok and a video that you thought would never get views gets the most views, and the video that you didn't get the most views, like, you're like, I put a lot of work and effort into this. But when it comes to like Instagram, there is a time that you need to post. You can't just post whenever you want to. When it comes to like Twitter, it's like kind of like the same thing. But when it comes to podcasting, it is so hard to like find the perfect, because when it comes to podcasting, it's all about views. It's like old
Mhm.
fashioned YouTube where you have to like worry about like, oh, like your viewers and your followers and this and that kind of situation. Unlike on Instagram and TikTok, you don't have to have any followers or viewers to, and you
Oh
still
yeah.
get stuff kind of situation.
Literally, y'all, my biggest platform like that I'm most popular on is TikTok. I think TikTok is what really set it off for a lot of people because
Mm-hmm.
it's so easily accessible to anyone's age, like little kids, grown kids, old people. Like, my bad, I just burped. Literally, like all kinds of people, like everyone and their moms has TikTok.
The thing
So
about
posting
TikTok,
videos is where you can get the most
the thing
publicity.
about TikTok is when you do get views and you
Hmm.
do get likes and you get all that stuff, the bad people come in.
Oh yeah, I've definitely gotten like a couple death threats from TikTok. Like people over here like sending me hate, saying like things about me. But that happens like
I got my
literally.
first like hate comment maybe like about when I did the red dress. I think no. It was one of them. I don't remember, but I did. It was. I do remember some. I don't. Well, I don't remember which one it was. I don't know why I keep on saying I remember when I don't remember. Someone said like no stage presence, and I was like, okay, you're definitely a drag queen. Ooh, that's a very
That's
specific,
a very specific drag queen term
right.
because
So
we're
like,
stage girls
right. So I'm like, what drag queen out there has like a fake, profile
and is
going
out here
around
hating
on
or
other
possibly.
drag queens? That's like, that ain't the tea, sis. But no, like stage presence, what are you talking about? The one thing that I have always gotten complimented on was that I do have good stage presence. I may not dance. I may not like, kickity kickity caca, right? But when it comes to stage presence, that's the one thing that I'm actually really, really good at, other
Oh
than like my
yeah,
sewing. And I'm like, girl, I know you're just trying to come for me at this moment in time because even like I've gotten complimented by almost everybody at S4 for one thing or another, but the one thing everybody says, you know what? Good stage presence. You really know how to work that room. I'm like, I hope I know how to work that room, Mama. Used to be a go-go
literally. You
dancer.
literally have to work the motherfucking room when you're out there performing in drag because you always want to keep the audience upbeat, like literally.
Well, that's
Because,
not true because I be doing slow songs.
well, you still want to keep them like paying attention to you
Mm-hmm.
because the moment in drag that you do something and then you're not consistent with it, people are just gonna look away or look on their phone.
The
You know if someone's looking on their phone whenever they're at a drag show, that means
interacting.
they're not interacting or they're not wowed by like what's in front of them. So that's typically like something you never want to do, which is amazing because you always have stage presence. You always have people clapping, like you know what I mean?
Do I really?
Yeah, like girl, like you
I'm
be
in the
having
zone. Like I don't know
like.
what's going
Oh
on.
yeah, like when you're performing, you space out. But whenever the audience is watching you, like I remember whenever I saw you perform, whenever she won, I think you were getting your life, and like me and my friends were there clapping for you. Then a couple people like at the top, like girl, like you definitely do
Thank
have stage
you.
presence.
That makes me happy.
Of
I
course.
don't care if y'all like me. I don't care if y'all love me. And I don't care if y'all hate me. But when a drag queen compliments me, I know I'm doing something right.
Just to let it be known, bitches.
But please do like and comment on
Please,
the
please
video.
do like and comment. But just to let it be known, she does have stage presence for sure. You do. That's something that I need to work on actually, cause I tend to zone out so bad when I'm performing
Do a
that
song.
literally, like, I don't know what to do. That I look stiff.
Do a
I look stiff
song. Do a song that
sometimes.
you know. Like that you know by heart.
Oh yeah. Every song I do, I always try to do it by heart. But the thing is I have very, very bad stage presence, and it always gets to me every time. I'm still working on it, but I feel like the more and more I get on stage, I'll just be all like a girl that's like, okay, fuck it, I'm on stage, let's do it. You know what I mean? But the first few times, it's always rough. Like they say, the first times for everything is always the hardest. They're always not gonna be the prettiest, but as you keep going, you're gonna get better.
Sorry, my dog.
Girl, she was looking down this whole time. I was like, girl, they gonna be asking like who's she talking to. The trade under her table.
The trade under the trade. Oh, do you go anywhere to perform in Fort Worth?
No, in Fort Worth, especially since that's where I live, I'm afraid one day I might do a show somewhere because drag queens like have now become such a modern thing in the world that necessarily like drag queens don't have to perform just at like like gay bars or gay clubs. Like they could perform like at restaurants, like where it's like not like
Brunching,
like
brunch.
brunching, like stuff like that, where it's like a actual normal restaurant. Like, well, not saying that, you get what I mean, right? Where it's like people that aren't gay are like they're like watching, and I'm afraid that one day, like if there's ever a brunch and I do one in Fort Worth, that my family might be at that restaurant,
They're
or
not
like
gonna
some part of my
recognize
family.
you.
No, but still, girl, you'd be surprised.
I mean, like every single time I show people pictures of me like in drag, they're like, "Is that really you?" I'm like, "Damn, I'm bust called drag me through the mud." But I'm like,
Girl,
it's like, I don't know. I guess some people just can't tell.
me,
I
I
mean,
feel
you
like
do.
everyone could
I think
tell.
you do look a lot. You look different in makeup and out of makeup.
Think.
I think because of the way you like do your makeup, it structures your cheek differently, and that's why like you look more like bubbly as a boy, but like in drag, you're more like
Like sculpted,
snatched.
snatched
hmm
down, mama. Look at that.
I need to get into that. I need to get into like cutting my jaw more.
Oh yeah, it creates like such a nice shadow, and literally when you're taking pictures, it's gonna look very pleasing.
I realized that when I was taking pictures in the snow, I was just like, because like the snow is like a white flash, you know, like when you put too much powder on and it flashes back
Oh
white.
yeah.
So the snow does that because it's like ricocheting all the light. So like I learned that the hard way. But with that being said, though, we don't get snow in Texas, so the fact that I even turned out in those pictures.
Girl.
Also, I did a lot of editing. Like I had to like crop myself out, change the filter on myself so I can be different from the background because I was blending in with those pictures.
Oh girl. Yeah, well, yeah, let's get into that topic real quick. Can we talk about
Pictures,
that? Like, no,
photographing.
like photoshopping. I hate how
Real
some
quick, real quick. I don't Photoshop my pictures. Like I don't do filters. I don't do that. What I do on my Photoshop is I change lighting so that I
me
pop
with this
out.
face cuz I'm all like I'm the
But
total
like
opposite.
I don't understand why queens like mega Photoshop their face. Girl, you don't look like that. Like you don't like just work on your makeup. Like if the Vivian can look like that without a filter, we can too. We're just not doing it right.
Um well, I on the other hand have a I'm on the other side of the spectrum.
I need to send her one of my pictures. Be like,
I
Photoshop me, girl.
I literally, y'all, have a friend. He's very good at Photoshop. He's such a good friend. Like I've been friends with him for years. Like he's always been like, he's a makeup artist. He likes like content creating and all that. So obviously he needs to.
Don't we
He,
all?
don't we all? Yeah. But like basically he knows how to Facetune really good. And anytime I take pictures in drag, like I send them to him. I really don't look different like photoshopped compared to like how I look right now, not photoshopped. Like there's not much of a difference, but like I feel like queens, like if they photoshop, they shouldn't get like, oh, you're catfishing, you're not a good makeup artist. It's not that. It's just you want to enhance everything because sometimes the camera doesn't pick up everything.
That's true.
So you
That is
want
true.
so you want to make sure everything that's showing in person shows in pictures. Like, you know what I mean? And like me, I keep it very natural on the editing. I like to just look more like
I think there's a
colored,
different with to touch
like
up, but
structured.
I'm talking when people like really go hard,
Oh, like go
like
different? Yeah, like that's like
or like
another
where like
thing.
the soft feature, the smudge feature is so it's like all over the face. I'm like, girl, that's supposed to be for blemishes,
Yeah, like
creases.
some people, I don't know, it just depends. Like to each to their own. Like whoever wants to Facetune. It's not a crime. At the end of the day, our drag persona is supposed to be like our alter ego, and we literally want to feel like the best out on our alter ego. So why not make sure we look our best and Facetune? That's how I
Also,
see it.
with that being said, though, some of us have do not have smooth skin. I do not have smooth skin. Okay, so you know, well, I use lighting to like make it flat.
Yeah. I understand you, but like,
You are a photography queen, though.
oh yeah, like one thing about me is I'm very good with taking pictures not only of myself but of other people. Like literally anytime Sasha's in drag, she doesn't even have to tell me what angle she wants. I just take the pictures and she instantly likes them.
So my
Cuz she don't have to open her mouth. I just know everybody's angles. I know what people want in a picture.
So I do have a drag husband who like helps me out, but when I mean help, it's very minimum. It's like carries my things, takes a video of me, right? He also like does my photos, right? But I want you to also, these photos that he takes of me are not pleasant. They're not nice. I have to like go in and like not Photoshop, but I have to like edit them a little bit to make them like even appear.
Like
Photo like I
to
don't
look Instagram presentable.
Instagram presentable. Yes, because like I am in a club when I take some of these pictures and there's not really good lighting. So I do have to like work the angles really differently. But I never understood the whole concept of like some people just have good eye. I have a really good eye. My drag husband does not have a good eye at all.
Girl.
He'd be like, "You look good to me." I'm like, "Yeah, I always look good to
Sasha, that is
you."
Sasha, literally. I take all her pictures, right? And Sasha, we go through like 3 arguments every time we're taking pictures of me in drag for her to understand. But it's like, you know what I mean?
I think
Not everyone's wanting to be a content creator all the time, so.
it's the Latina in us.
It's the Latina in us. Like, when we want something, bitch, we fucking want it. And we want it to look good.
We want it to look right.
We want it to look right, especially that's literally me. When I'm in drag and I took all these hours to look like this, best believe I'm not getting out of it until I get at least 3 good pictures.
And that's at least
At
three.
least 3. At least 3.
I tell my drag husband, take the same picture 4 to 10 times. That way I have a lot to like skim through.
Yeah. That's
But
why I tell Sasha. I be taking she be telling me to switch it up after 30 seconds. No, I have to make sure I have at least like 15 pictures of the same pose.
sometimes I want to like take legs from another picture and put those legs in the other
Girl.
picture.
Not that.
I have done that once or twice where I'm just like, oh, my legs look this, my face looks great, my body looks great, and my legs look great, and I'll take pictures and then like morph them into each other so I get one really good picture. But that's what I
Girl.
have to do that because, like I said, my drag husband does not know how to take pictures. And it's so frustrating. I have had this conversation with my mother as well as with my like one of my best
Mhm.
friends. And they're just like, these pictures are horrible. I'm like, I know. I know.
Yeah, like it's just like whenever you have a standard for pictures, you want them to come out how you wanted them to
I
come
have
out.
a high standard on everything. I need a high standard in my life. I have a high standard with my makeup, my drag. And like the other thing too is like
Yeah, the presentation is just as important as the
talent.
as the talent. Yeah, don't get that twisted, y'all. Like it is very important to look how you want to look, but at the end of the day, you have to think about it. The audience that half of the time is watching a drag performance doesn't know a fucking thing about drag. So why should anyone care what the audience has to say?
That's why I said
Like, you know what
earlier,
I mean?
the
Drag is an art form. You could do it however you want. There is not one style to do drag. Like, literally, do it however the fuck you want. If anyone in the crowd is judging you at any time, this goes to anybody, like you, Mimosa, Sasha, like any of you guys out there. If you ever hear like a critique from the crowd and it's just from some random person that watched you perform, don't fucking pay attention to them because they don't know what the fuck they're talking
and they're
about.
probably drunk.
And they're probably drunk. So why should you give a shit? In
Only
all
now that I
honesty.
said that out loud, if someone's drunk and they still think you look like shit, damn. Because when you get drunk, you can't really tell when someone looks good, right? So if someone's drunk and they're like, "Girl, you look like shit," you're like, "Damn, like I must really look
Oh,
bad."
cause like when people are under the influence or intoxicated, they tend to just let the honesty come out their mouths, especially if it's them drinking.
I went out with Chanel Dior and we were like kikiing, like at S4 and talking whatever. And she networks with like anybody that comes up to her to talk to her. She will talk to them back. I am not that girl. If I am not in
Oh,
the mood to talk to you and I don't know you, I will not say hello to you. So you better, if you see me out at S4 and you want to talk to me, you better start with a compliment to get my
girl,
attention.
girl, with me, I'm literally just like Miss Chanel Dior. If you come up to me and say hi, I will say hi. I am very friendly. I am what you would like to call like not an introvert. It's not the.
Sociable,
I'm very social. Yeah, I'm a socialite. I like to talk to people.
extrovert.
Extrovert, literally. I have.
Look at me, Mr.
I literally
Thoras.
like to do anything but it has to have at least another person doing it with me. I can't do anything by myself.
Always been.
Yeah.
But because of like standards, I have like a high standard of living. So they're like in private, I'm very much diva.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
I need it
I'm
done
very
my
diva.
way
I
or
need it
no
done my
way.
way or
The
no
other
way.
thing too is at a very young age, I realized that if you want something done the right way, you do it yourself.
You do it yourself, yes. That is that is literally my drag art form and a style, because what someone else might not be getting, they're not getting what I'm getting. Like, you know what I mean? So that's how I very am. Like, whenever I have an idea on drag, like, I'm going to go my way, and that's how I'm going to execute it. Like, down to even the pictures. Like, I don't want to do no angles that really other people suggest me. I kind of want to know that I want to do this pose because it's what I want to do for the vibe of the look I'm
Yeah,
wearing.
I
You
get
always
that.
have to do what you want to do, because you're going to be the most satisfied if it's done the way you are. Like, you know what I mean? And that's not really being arrogant. That's just really being dedicated to your art. Like, that's very much what I am. I'm very dedicated to my art, and that leads into earlier, like before we went on break, that I do become bitchy in drag, but I become bitchy in private, just like,
I mean, like we're in
you know what I
heels,
mean?
we're corseted, we're like in
We're
pounds,
we're in a lot.
we're in a lot. So like that's why we have every time that we put makeup on, we have to make it count.
Yeah.
Because
We
like
don't have room for mistakes.
my skin gets agitated if I do like even if I'm practicing makeup, because sometimes I'll just do my eye makeup so I can get better at creasing, or like my eyeliner is I'm really good with my eyeliner now, right? But even on days where I do it back to back, I get to the point where I will apply makeup and then my skin's already like kind of like agitated.
It's because it's like, I don't do makeup every single day, like I said, because it's like I don't want to irritate my skin.
Also shaving.
Also shaving, yes. I
Girl,
literally, when I'm in drag,
I'm lucky I get laser hair removal.
when I'm in
Give me a
drag,
second. My dogs are playing. Hey, lay down. Anyway,
but anyways, like,
I told them, oh, my dogs are well behaved, and this is the day they want to act up.
yeah,
Usually they're just laying around listening to us talk.
being extra.
Sasha really likes my dogs.
She's vibing with those dogs over there. No, but what I was gonna say is like, what was I saying?
Oh, it's okay. We can move on.
Well, oh yeah, I remember. I was just talking about, like, I'm just very much like a go-getter when it comes to drag. If I want something done, I want it done like how I imagined it to be. So I don't really think I come across. I'm not arrogant in any type of way. It's just like in private, I could be a little bit like bitchy or mean, but it's not like no shade. It's just like I'm trying to get myself together here, like, you know what I mean, type thing, type deal.
I mean, like, so I went to oh, so you know Kimchi,
Of
Miss
course.
Kimberly Chi. She has like her cosmetics company, Kimchi Chic Cosmetics or Kimchi Chic Beauty, I think it's what it's called. And I got some of her products, right?
Nice.
I
I've been
am
wanting to try her makeup.
I am not a shop online girl. I hate shopping online. I want to look at it, touch it, buy it, take it home, use it.
Especially if it's makeup.
Especially if it's makeup. And I despise having to shop online. But Miss Kimchi does sell her products in some CVS's. And here in Dallas, we do have a couple of locations. There's the CVS in Frisco that has Kimchi Cosmetics, and there's a CVS in Dallas that has Kimchi Cosmetics, like a little stand, right? So I did get me a couple of things. And I will say this, her powder, it's puss. I love her powder.
I want to try a new powder because in my makeup, I'm very cheap. I just spend money on the foundation. Everything else is cheap.
Oh, same here. Milani all the way. It works, it stays, it doesn't move.
I use Anastasia Beverly Hills right now.
Oh, with a sickening supplier, with a sickening supplier, I can't do it. Damn.
With a sickening
supply of Anastasia Beverly Hills Cosmetics.
Yeah, literally. My favorite foundation right now is the Anastasia, but the one I really want to try, I'm sure you heard of it. A lot of queens are using it right now. The Derma Blend Leg and Body.
Oh yeah,
I want to try that fucking foundation so bad.
And Derma Blend isn't that expensive.
Oh yeah, and like literally most foundations, like foundations like NARS, stuff like that, their bottles are like this big and they have like 1 fluid ounce in them. The Derma Blend one is literally like a bottle of lotion. It has 3.4 fluid ounces. And it's full fucking coverage. Like, That foundation will last you forever.
So I did buy the Trixie's like new PR. I was like right at 10:03. I like clicked and everything. So this Monday I will be making content on my PR thing that I got. I'm gonna get in full drag and then do my eye makeup with the stuff and try her new eyelashes that she came out with, which are probably not gonna be to my standard because I do stack my eyelashes. But you know.
Me, I definitely, if there's one thing I could say about my mug that I'm gonna work on next, it's doing bigger lashes. Because these are 20 millimeter or 25 millimeter, and they still feel very small on me.
I think it's because like they're not curved up.
I don't know. Oh, Lord.
Like here, let me like.
My bad. Not COVID.
So like you look at the mirror and you like no over here. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. And like you see like the difference between this and then like when it's like up see like that
Yeah.
to like that.
Oh.
So it's not that they are small. They are small, but it's because you're putting them straight. You need to like when you put them on to push them back like this so they stick up like that. That's the issue with like that's the problem with like cuz if you get bigger lashes, right? They're going to scoop out and they're going to go like this. If you keep on applying them the same way you're applying, you need to apply and then when they're kind of like sticky, push back and then hold it like that until it sets and then they will like go up instead of down. So it's not that they are small. It's just you're not applying them in a drag way.
Yeah, I think it's either I'm gonna do that. That's a good method to try, or I'm either gonna stack my lashes and make them fuller. Because
Don't so these lashes they're great because they're super thick. They're voluminous, right? You need to get longer lashes. Like so these ones are great for your base, but you want to get so these lashes are stacked. I have one really thick one and I have one that just feathers out a lot. So you don't want to get the same. It's not just stacking lashes; it's stacking different lashes. So you get a volume and like extensions.
Like so, it looks like more.
Yeah, because I do have mine like. Oh, can y'all see? There. So this one right here, the bottom lash is like the super thick one, and then the top lash is like the really fluffy going out one. By themselves, they both look tragic, but together they look thick.
They're
and
ideal
fluffy.
for drag queens. Yeah.
Also,
we keep looking at ourselves because
I
like,
know
bitch, we
we're
look
good.
hot.
Yes, we
look
do.
hot.
Look at that. Oh, hermanas diferentes padres.
No mintió para nada.
No mintió. Chat.
Dijo toda la verdad.
Everybody else who's listening to this podcast is gonna be
like
like,
wondering what are we saying in Spanish. I just said.
Oh no, I was looking because like some
I
people.
just said she telling the truth.
Y'all watch the YouTube video so that this content makes sense.
Yeah, if you don't watch a whole podcast, you won't get what's going on. Especially if you're just
only
listening
getting
to
half of the story.
You're only getting half of the story if you're listening just to the audio. If you're watching the video, then everything that they're talking about makes sense.
You know, to be honest with you, I don't even know why I post the audio because I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna be watching the audio. There's a reason why, like, people like, why not just audio? I'm like, because I'm not famous. There's no one knows who I am. I have to like
show your face,
show my face so that y'all like, cause like people who like drag, they're gonna see us and be like, I like drag, and I'm just gonna keep watching it because it's drag, and I'm like, work, keep doing that, girl.
Yeah,
because this is for you.
Support the queens. This is for you, and this is for the people who want to do drag. Tip the queen.
The only reason why I don't have my Cash App out so that people could tip me, or the reason why I don't have Patreon or any kind of like subscription where a payment has to go through, is because the moment I start getting.
Because that's happened a few times.
So we're going to take a break real quick, but I do want to ask you a question. But powder your nose with like your setting powder that you use. So like I use translucent powder by Kimchi, Puff Puff Pass. Girl, put me on your PR. And basically like powder your nose first. And then while the powder is on your nose, do your nose contour. That way it doesn't.
I've never done that.
It works. The reason why it works so well is because the powder, like when you do your nose contour, sometimes you don't put enough color on, right? And you got to keep on adding and adding and adding. And then when you keep on adding, you add too much sometimes, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the powder prevents you from doing that.
We might have to try that one day.
And also the other thing too is when I like do my nose contour, I do try to like keep to the sides, right? But I always put the white over the bronzer. The bronzer. The bronzer.
She's thinking about Pokemon right now, y'all.
Kind of, yeah. This is actually probably the first. My Snorlax. It's like right over there. Used to be over here.
Oh yes, she's a Pokemon girly, y'all.
I have
am too.
A full size,
obsessed with Pokemon.
like full size like Snorlax.
Hmm. Okay, last question, and then we'll get to break.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is like just very straight to the point. Who's your favorite Pokemon?
See, you know how you felt about me asking you about the drag queens? That's how. Okay, so I'm gonna get okay. I'll make it easier for myself. You know, like in Pokemon, you can only carry 6 Pokemon on you on your adventures.
Oh, so carry the six.
So yeah, so I'll give you my main 6, and this is gonna be very Indigo. This is gonna be very Kanto. This is gonna be very like original Pokemon.
Very like OG,
Yeah.
like
So I realized when I was a kid, I was really into water type Pokemon.
Bulbasaur, not Bulbasaur. I'm Squirtle,
Squirtle,
Blastoise,
Blastoise,
Gyarados.
because I always I've always lived near a beach kind of situation, right? But now, okay, I'm just gonna get to it. My 6 Pokemon that I would take to the Pokemon League with me would definitely be Snorlax, Togekiss, Venusaur. Actually, those are my 3 favorite. Oh, Lapras. Um, you know what? Come on, 2 more, 2 more. I can do 2 more. I'll probably need a fire type, so I'll probably somebody like there's like it's one of the newer ones that came out. It's a Scorbunny.
Scorbunny,
Yeah.
like the big tall bunny one. Yeah, I
So
forget its name too,
I'll
because I'm
definitely get
picky.
that one because it plays soccer. So
Mhm.
and that's not why, but I Scorbunny because it's cute. And I can't. Oh, Muck.
Not Muck, girl.
I need a poison type in my team.
Okay, you ready for my top
Mm-hmm.
6? Okay, I'm gonna be straightforward. What I would have as my ace would be a Zorua, but a shiny Zorua. Have you seen how a shiny Zorua looks? That would be my ace. I would have a Greninja,
No. Mm-hmm.
an Infernape, a Lucario, a Garchomp, and then the last Pokemon I would have would probably be, let's see. I really like Gardevoir. I have to use Gardevoir
Gardevoir. Which
anytime I
one
get the
though?
chance.
The one with the dress or the one with the
Gallade.
Gallade?
Gallade is a whole other one. I
No.
want to do Gardevoir.
Okay.
Because Gardevoir is a badass bitch. Especially, like, you moonblast the fuck out of any fucking dragon type, girl, and you good.
You are good.
You are good. And then that motherfucking psychic, girl, that special attack.
The reason why I
Mhm.
picked Togekiss and Snorlax because they're normal type. Well, Togekiss is technically a fairy type, right?
Mhm.
But Snorlax is a normal type. The reason why I always have a Snorlax and a Togekiss in my team if it's available for that game is because they can do multiple elemental attacks. So my Snorlax always has Hyper Beam, always has like Ice Punch or Fire Punch, and like maybe some like the third one. Oh, and Rest. Like, you know, like
Like to recover HP and just troll people.
yeah.
I used to troll people back in the day. Like, I don't know if you ever got competitive with Pokemon, but
Oh
I did.
yeah.
I would troll people with my poison heal Gliscor and just
Mm.
stall the fuck out of them with
Oh,
toxic substitute.
you know what I do with my Venusaur? I do root to heal, and then I do leech seed.
You troll the fuck out of
I
people, don't
do.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're the
Mm-hmm.
type of player that you annoy
I'm
everybody.
not even Sundance and Solar Beam. So I always have like energy. I always have HP coming back to me, so I have enough time to do the sunbeam because it has to charge.
Yeah, and then you're just recovering health and you don't have to worry about like them like
Or in the same thing with
yeah,
when they do like dual battles, right? I always have
like double
fly.
battles.
Yeah, that well we have 2 Pokemon at the same time.
Yeah, double battles.
Double battle. So I always make sure my first 2 is always able to do fly and earthquake or surf and
Oh, that's
fly.
the ultimate troll. Like flying in the air, that way you can't get hit by the
Hit.
earthquake, or
Mm-hmm.
using a flying type because they're immune to it, and then you just hit everything else.
Yep.
That's the ultimate troll.
Look at that. I didn't
But
think.
yeah,
Okay, so we're gonna go on a quick break.
we'll be right back, and then we're gonna get into the last little bit of this session with you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Hey guys, it's your homegirl Mimosa taking a quick break from the pod to remind you that you can watch us perform live at the Rose Room, a beautiful stage located inside Station 4, the best club in Dallas, Texas. Also, you can follow me at Mimosa Was Taken, that's Mimosa Was Taken, on any platform, and follow my guest, Miss Melissa Major, on Instagram at Ulysses Baby, that's ULISISBABY. Thank you and enjoy the show. We're going to go ahead and end the podcast because Mama has to go home.
Yes. She's been in
And
drag all day, y'all. She's ready to
so
get out the gig.
oh
Very.
yeah, she did a photo shoot earlier today. And
Mm-hmm.
that photo shoot that she did is going to be on this banner.
Yes, honey. And once you see this podcast, you will be able to see the pictures if you want to go back in time. They'll be posted on February 14th on Valentine's Day because it is a Valentine's theme type of attire.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just gonna, just go check me out.
So, where can they find you?
You can find me on, for most part, like on my main social medias, you can find me at Ulises Baby. Some people have told me to change it to Melissa, like my drag
Mm-hmm. You
persona.
need to. You need
But it's
to.
like my drag page. I don't really have like a boy and a Melissa page. It's all kind of like just in one.
Just dedicate yourself to one. Trust me, it's so much easier. Well, it stopped. The camera stopped working, and that's perfectly fine. But yes, I'll put your name on the video like I did last time,
Yeah.
like with so, Sasha. Jesus.
Hmm.
But thank you so much, guys, for still
Yes.
being around and watching this video. I look forward to y'all
Mm.
commenting, liking, subscribing, hitting the notification icon for more stuff. What?
I was gonna say, I didn't get to say my social media
Oh,
thing.
yeah, go right
Yeah,
ahead, girl.
my name is my name on social media, so you can find me is at Ulises Baby. That's spelled Ulises, and then just the word baby after it. And you can just follow me from Instagram, and there I have my link tree, and you'll be able to find all my other social
Oh,
medias.
I have a link tree too. I
Oh
just made
yeah,
one.
they're very convenient. Yeah. I literally from my Instagram you'll be able to find all my other social media platforms so you can keep up with my drag and my life outside of drag and just everything in between, girl. We're going kiki.
Well, thank you so much
Mm.
for coming. I've been waiting for this for almost like 3 months, I
Oh
believe.
yeah. Yeah, 3 months ago, literally I was literally saying, yeah, I'll do it, and here we are 3 months later.
It took a while, but we finally got you on, and I'm really
Yes.
excited. You came through. You look hot, sexy. I'm loving this look.
Period pooper.
And again, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the notification icon so you know when I randomly upload. And hopefully, y'all enjoyed Miss Melissa today.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.